You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
I looked to my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
Oh, the world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord? My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. And to be honest, I would actually react the same way if my dad gave me a compliment like that. Because my dad is kind of like that too. He's a Vietnam vet and he tries to hide all emotions. Well, not all of them, but like when it comes to his family, he does. Unless it's his grandkids, then he's different. But with his own kids, yeah. Thank you, Daddy! However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
Oh no. Ugh! Okay, I think we're back now. Ah! Sorry about that, guys! Sorry! I I hope that you guys didn't miss much. Oh god, let me check. Uh, okay, okay. Whew, doesn't look like we missed much. Good. Okay. Alright, let's just continue on. My potential?
To become CEO of the company.
I knew it. Something was off about tonight. And now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. Oh, really? Huh. Well, that's good. Because the connection had said that it, like, completely crapped out. So I was like, oh no! I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and handshake. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
The company, yes. Oh god, we have so many choices! Oh god, okay. It's been pretty good actually. I'm doing my best. Well, I, feel fine. Could be better, to be honest. It's difficult being independent.
I'm so sorry.
Oh fuck! What?
Away. It really hit all of us hard.
Do you really... Did we really have a time on that? Oh. Okay, I guess we have to act fast.
Do you have college plans?
Okay, I feel like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me, they were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
Oh gosh.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
Uh. Eventually, the questions stopped, and I was back to being myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds, and the incubi were doing their job. So I was all alone in a room full of strangers. Oh, okay. Bye, Wormpool. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. I had to act fast because it gave me a time limit. Whoops. Okay. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Oh my! With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple years younger than me, or older than me. Whoops. Why did I read younger? My bad. Probably because he looks younger. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Should we place our hand in his, or simply nod to him? Hopefully this doesn't give us a time limit. I don't think it will. Bye, Wormpool! Sorry, Mom! I'm in love with 5 incubi! I agree with Kira on this one. Just to nod at him. So it's 2-1. So, sorry, Logan! We're gonna nod at him. Andrew was slightly taken aback, but gently smiled and lowered his hand with a nod in return. My mother smiled at both of us, which made me lightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew? Well, it's obvious. God.
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Should we say thank you or stay silent? I would say thank you because it's the most courteous thing to do. And we're at our own party, so... you know. Okay, so 1 for 1. Come on, Logan. Come break the thing, the tiebreaker. Okay, so 2-1. We're saying thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Oh wow! I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it. This is the guy that attacked all of the incubi. Okay, I'm calling it right here. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well,
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice wanted that position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Should we stay put or follow him? I say stay put. What do you guys think? Okay, so 2 for stay put. Oh wait, 3 for stay put. Okay, I guess we're all unanimous. I didn't see yours, Logan. Sorry. Oh, right? If it were an option, I would run away from the parents and him as well. So we're gonna stay put. I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
He's not CEO material.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene with my dad. One wrong word and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something that I wanted at my housewarming party. I let out a sigh before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning that the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze out the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me to slowly escort the guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Oh, he complimented us for the second time. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up and you'll be a good CEO.
Oh, right.
All right, your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party. We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Oh my gosh, she sounded so Asian right there. Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left in the building, all but my dad waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase exhausted. Whew, that was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the